Wait, team ranked up. You the 413 overall.
Great, Cooper, I'm on the ear. Grayson, Cooper, I'm on the ear. Why am I not on the screen, Andre?
Come on to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come on to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Give praises to Jehovah, from whom all blessing and knowledge will flow. Blessing and knowledge will flow. The Village Talk Show, dedicating to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life, helping each one of us in realizing our dream at any age, any point, starting from today, day. Success. Come on to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come on to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Success is not spoken, it is done. Success is done. Come on now. The Village Talk Show. Talk Show. The Village Talk Show.
Oh, wow. Good morning, and welcome. Well, I know it's not morning, but welcome to the village. Andre, why am I not on screen? Sorry. It says I'm supposed to be on screen.
You hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm not seeing you.
I don't know why. This is something.
Remove that other thing from off the screen and put me on the screen.
But it's not. Okay, hold on.
Put yourself on the screen.
Hold on. I'm looking. I'm already on screen, but I don't.
I don't see you on screen.
Hold on. I'm not sure what's going on here. Just hold on a second. Why is it not? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure we're on screen. Maybe it's on me. Yeah, right there.
There you go. Okay. All right. Now I'm on screen.
But I gotta change that banner. So I changed the wrong banner. That's it right there.
Okay. All right. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. Right. So it's excitable. A lot of things going on.
Excitable is a word.
Yeah. It's very exciting. And excitable, yes. Excitable is a word. Yes, it is.
My ELA teacher, excitable.
Huh. Go look. Let's Google it. See if
it is. It is a word.
Okay, because I knew
objective, but I know that. This is what it is.
It doesn't mean that you're gonna know everything, right?
True. Just never heard it.
Even from being, hey Janice, how you doing? So there's a lot to talk about. First of all, I'm so proud of my son Grayson. Although he's behavior-wise he's upsetting me, but last weekend he had a astronomical.
I see you be killing it in baseball.
Yeah, man. He had a no-hitter going actually into the third inning until he got hurt. He hit 2 home runs on the day. He was running backwards to make it home. Yeah, that's how John is coming, Janice.
Right. What she asking about.
6 strikeouts. I need to start making some phone calls for him.
Oh,
Today was opening day for baseball. Couldn't even get him to watch the game.
why?
He doesn't watch baseball.
So he
Right.
likes playing it, but he doesn't like to watch it on TV.
Yeah, he doesn't watch it. And the Yankees opening day victory today 5-0.
No. I feel like I guess for me too, similar. It's probably boring to watch. The same with tennis. Same with cricket. I love cricket, but to watch it on TV, it looks boring to me. Boring to watch.
I don't know.
Basketball is what I would watch, and not necessarily football, but basketball, track, as you know, I would definitely sit and watch that. But cricket, boring as hell, man. Oh.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Dr. Brian to say moving right along.
Oh man.
But he was throwing. Yeah, they couldn't even hit none of his balls. Were they able to hit out of the infield?
Yeah.
Right, and he gave up a couple walks. There was an error, a wild pitch that cost some runs, but that was it.
Gotcha.
That was good. Happy birthday to my brother. His birthday was Monday.
Yo,
right?
Yo,
Yeah.
that is the funniest when it comes to telling him happy birthday.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I told Andre, I said, Andre, go make a shot with your father for his birthday. Andre,
They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that.
you make the shot, Andre?
They don't need. What's a plead the fifth? Yeah.
Kumbaya. What Dr. Brian's favorite. All right, moving right along.
But the funny thing though is that every year, as much as I can remember, when I wish him happy birthday, he would say something ironic. So, for instance, I would say happy birthday, and he'll say happy birthday back. So, I think it's just this way of just like, hey, I know it's my birthday. I'm gonna carry along, live the day. I'm kind of like that. My birthday, thank you. All right, let's keep it going.
Yeah, I'm like that too. For me, on my birthday, I just want you to wish me happy birthday. Like I like to get the phone call and the text, but I don't like, Dr.
The
Brian.
excitement and all that.
Welcome, Dr. Brian. How are you?
Good evening. How are you?
We're great. We're great. Also wishing my sister-in-law. Her birthday was the day after, so her birthday was on Tuesday. So Tuesday was her
Wait.
birthday.
Oh, how I ain't see that in the chat.
But see what?
Did you put it in the chat?
Oh no. My sister-in-law's not in the chat.
Oh.
Garcia's
Yeah.
sister
Right.
was her birthday. Her birthday as well. I think, and then and Annette had a birthday. Your aunt had a birthday last week,
I think John.
Annette. Right?
Mhm.
She had
You
a
put that-
birthday.
But I'm looking at chat. Did you put in the chat as well for it or no?
No, I saw it on Facebook. Actually, I didn't know it was her birthday,
Oh,
but I saw it on Facebook that she welcomed in her birthday. I don't remember what date it was. So I didn't put it in the family chat. Actually, I didn't remember. So happy birthday to her. Her birthday was last week. It came up on my Facebook page. So, Dr. Brian, on Saturday we have a very big event coming out. Tell me a little bit about that event.
Well, we are meeting with parents from all over.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Go back. Dr. Brian, please introduce yourself.
You get on my nerves.
Yes, Dr. Brian. Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Brian. Introduce yourself.
Well, you know who I am.
No, we don't.
but that's all you're gonna say on Saturday.
Exactly. Because
That's it.
I'm saying, you see how uncomfortable that is to say introduce yourself?
No, I have no problem introducing
Okay, then
myself.
introduce yourself then.
I am. Hold on.
What are you pausing for? Introduce yourself.
Who are you?
My friend, relax. Did you get my text, Andre?
I already sent it. I figured that was him trying to log in.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
So
wait. Before you even introduce yourself, maybe you should you should have invited Kareem. See if he's available. Maybe you could talk a little bit. See if
about
you
the
can.
place.
Yes. Send him a text if he's available.
Okay, I'm gonna say as per Roger Daly. I knew you were gonna say that, and he watched the show, so you can invite him yourself.
Well, I don't know if he's watching now. I don't see everybody who's watching.
Okay.
I know there are people watching, but I don't know. Andre, did you make that phone call to the person for the radio?
Well, I was waiting until you get company, so then I could just jump off on call. But
All right.
you want to start a commercial real quick before we?
No, Dr. Brian, please introduce
You're doing a
yourself.
million and one thing. You're giving me instructions on reaching out to people, and now you're telling me first.
Dr. Brian, Andre, see how long ago I asked her to introduce herself?
All right, go ahead, John. Introduce yourself first.
My name is Dr. Joanne Bryant. I am a native of Haiti, but raised in New York City. I am a lifelong learner, educator, 21 plus years in the education system background, worked in so many different elements of it. I'm a mom of two. I am Christian, of course. And I love people, I love community and building each other. So I love building people and building on each other. So that's me in a nutshell.
Okay, that's a very bad introduction, but that was all right.
It's okay. Thank you very much. You asked me. I
Yeah,
respond.
well, that's why people need to write down what they need to say. 'Cause what you just wrote down. All right.
It's all right.
Anyway, so we have a very interesting panel this weekend, and if you get Kareem and he's coming on, you could talk about it a little more.
I'm not getting
Tell us a little bit about what your expectations are for this weekend.
my expectation for this weekend parent and guardian forum is for parents to come out to find ways to connect with their schools, with the community, and with educators from all over New York, and other places. Finding some strategies that work, concerns, bringing it up. In addition to that, just forming that bond. After post COVID, during COVID, parents were on gear. They were one of the first teachers. They're always their child's first teachers. But during that time, they took that lead and they worked so nicely and collaboratively with educators. And what tends to happen is post something, we go back to normal. It's never normal as usual. And we don't want parents to let go, take their hands off of education, but continue to hold that and continue to join us in that newness of reality, newness of education, and finding various creative ways in supporting your children, your child, your grandchild. And if you know a neighbor down the street and you know they need some support, join them. We want to keep the kids safe. We want to keep them engaged. And we want to make sure that we come back to that village that we used to have. We need it. We're coming across so many different avenues, so many different things that's happening around that we need nosy body like Roderick and mama down the block to come back to our community and bring that village back.
So I love those. That's not my expectation, but but when you brought it up, a lot of those make sense. I think one of my expectation for this weekend is for parents to know how to have a conversation about their children. Parents and guardians have conversation about this and to identify things.
Absolutely.
That aha moment, that epiphany, that light bulb to going off in conversation, things that you might or might not have, you might have seen but might have overlooked, or you might not have seen and now you have to look for.
And you have to be the advocate. Educators are there, but the number one priority is the parent. You have the voice. You take the lead. You know what's wrong. And if you don't, reach out to people to support your child. You are your child's biggest advocate, and just continue to go out and fight for your child. So,
I agree with that. Andre, as a person, Chris, before I forget, I did try to call Corey because I was trying to get him on today. Young black man, civil. He's an engineer, impressive young man. Both Chris and I share him in friendship. He would be a great person to advocate for young people, young black men, being a mentor for a lot of people. So I tried to get him on today, Chris. I'm going to work on him for maybe a couple of days. I know he's shy. But I applaud you for what it is that you're trying to do. So Andre, what is something that you hope to get out of this weekend? I know you're going to be in the background as usual, right? But what do you hope to get out?
What I hope to get out the Spirit Forum, really just hear a lot of the concerns that families may still have, and what the leaders in the education could do to help solve whatever issues or concerns that they might have. Because I do think that there's always something, and it seems like there's a repetitiveness of what the issue might be. Maybe the communication between families are not as clear or as enough. Some sort of clarity, just to understand, because I'm always talking about parent involvement, but also understand the busy schedule for parents who may have to, try to provide, make ends meet, working late, ensuring everything is okay with their kids. So, yeah, that's about it.
Right. Good points. Happy to be here. Very excited. Next weekend is Easter week. This is the second to last day for Women's History Month. So we're celebrating a lot of women as well who have done great things for all of us. And none of us will be here without a woman, right? So we're very excited about that. So let's start off with the negative. Start off with unfortunate negative. 6 people dead, right? 6 people dead. Another mass shooting at the vulnerable. 3 children, I believe, all under the age of 10 or under the age of 9, and 3 adults. Innocent. At which point are we going to say that they need to have police in schools? At which point are they going to begin to start making a national effort to ensure that there's police in school? Now, I want to be clear about my statement. I'm not asking for police to walk the halls of the school, right? I'm not asking for police to walk the halls of the schools, but I'm definitely saying at some point we need to start looking at having armed security officers outside of the school for protection of people.
So I think this, when all this, or rather, I see a lot of what's happening in America when it comes to certain issues like this, that, there's this reaction to it. Wait until it happens before there's that reaction, before there's this, oh, we got to do this, that, and the third. And it just reminds me of that quote. I don't know the exact quote, so I'm going to paraphrase, but in more sense that when it happens to them, right, I didn't pay attention. When it happens to them, my neighbor, I didn't pay attention. But when it happened to my family or me, or that's when I want to fight. You know, you have to make sure that you start really considering others before that time, right? Putting things in place so that way you don't have to react to something that you were prepared for, right? Preparation is the best thing for the future, right? What I say, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan, or something. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, something like that, right? So yeah, and I keep seeing, you know, politicians and back and forth, back and forth.
One of the things that I find real interesting in this case, the police officers were forewarned, right? Were forewarned, and they went around it, right? That poor girl reached out to law enforcement to say something is wrong. They send her to a suicide hotline. Suicide hotline sent her to a non-emergency line. Right? And now they want to ask her questions after the crime had happened. And that's the one thing I hate. Something has to happen before we can do something. In this case, 6 people died. 6 innocent people died because something has to happen first before you can act. Why wasn't it addressed? So there's 2 issues here. One, if there were, I don't know if there was an armed guard at the school. But why does the law state that something negative has to happen significantly first before they can address the law? Oh, they threatened me. Oh, did they do anything to you? No, they just threatened me. Oh, so you want me to address this concern? Well, yes, I do. Somebody said they're going to blow up a building. I want you to have a conversation with this person. Oh, people say this out of anger. Well, learn what to say, not to say out of anger. Period. So I don't know. And I'm going on this rant because we go through this all the time, Dr. Brian and Andre. We go through this all the time. And then we come back Monday morning. AR-57. Why the AR-57? You know what the AR, for those of you who haven't watched the news and haven't seen an AR-50, what an AR-57 does. An AR-57 goes, well, I don't know if you can see. So it goes through your body, and when it gets through your body, whatever target it hits, it shatters. So when it goes through your body, it shatters, and it goes through different parts of your body. So the likelihood of survival from an AR-57 is slim to none. So the person who has one, their primary purpose is to kill. So I have them. And like Dr. Bryant liked to talk about, mental health. Because in this case, it definitely applies. It definitely applies.
What do you think, Joanne? It was a mental health? Or was it just some sort of discipline? Kid just didn't, have somebody around.
But this is not a kid. This is an adult.
Well,
this is not somebody who left
adults,
a while ago, who was seeing the pastor for therapy and things like that. So it's a Christian school. So she was being treated. So there's so many different elements involved in it. The sad thing is people with mental health still have access to legal guns. There's no red flags that, hey, you might not be in the right stage of mind, but hey, it's okay. It was brought legally. when you have things that's accessible to people who are not in the right frame of mind or who are underage, who don't understand the responsibility for or a child, like the child who went to the school and shot the teacher, those are all, it's a setup for failure, a setup for something to happen.
She was transgender,
What does that
right?
have to do with it?
You have the transgender, anti-transgender sentiment that's going to follow. She was confused. She was suicidal. And she decided to do something wrong.
That's what they said? That was her letter that she wrote?
I don't know if that's a letter.
Okay. I don't want to assume or put words and stuff.
No, I'm not assuming anything. I'm telling you exactly what is being said.
Okay.
There's no assumption there. Anti-transgender sentiment follows Nashville shooting. They said she was suicidal. Right? She's going to do big things. Right? She said that. Right? They took the firearm. Right? And there's a lot of transgender sentiment. Obviously, every time something happened, there's transgender sentiment. Desperate and bigoted. I'm just reading some of the headline from the Guardian headline. The Indian Express wrote Nashville shooter was transgender, had 6 firearms at home. The Washington Post, the right exploits Nashville, the right, as in the right wing, exploit Nashville shooter to escalate to anti-trans rhetoric. The Sky News, national school shooting, transgender killer who murdered 3 children was what's the rest of it? Let's go back here. Right. Let me just go back and read it. 3 kids was ex-student who made manifesto and maps of the building. What else? No incredible rise in transgender shooting. That's good. The Guardian, desperate and bigoted. U.S. right uses latest shooting to malign trans people. Right? Just some of the headlines from different newspapers when they come to realization that she was transgender. In this case, Dr. Bryant, the parent did try to do something, right? They did take some of the guns away from her, but they didn't know she had more. Do you still hold the parent at fault to having allowed her to have access at the beginning, even though they took guns away from the child?
Did they know she had mental health before?
Yes. That's why they took the gun away from her.
After they found out that she had mental health or before?
When they realized she had gun, they took the guns away that they knew about. But then she had access to more guns. So should the gun owners be responsible? Somebody should be responsible besides, in my view. Somebody should be responsible besides the person who committed the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Somebody else needs to be responsible. So whether the gun owner, not maybe the person, the shop that sold her the gun, should be responsible. And we talk about mental health.
Wait. That's what our president is trying to do, to put a block on people who have mental health from getting access to guns.
I agree. So it's very sad for what happened. Hey Sophia, how you doing? I didn't say what's up to you. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Where's John?
I don't know.
So the other big news, your boy, your boy's
My boy,
your boy's has been indicted.
not my boy. That's your boy, but it's okay.
Do you think he's going to jail?
I think they're building more than just one case against him. So this is one. Then they have the January 6th. Then they have the files. So he has several different things. And then if his accountant shared information about the fact that maybe he okayed them to take money from the campaign to pay off this lady, yeah, he's going to jail for that. That's federal crime.
Right.
So, all right. Andre is saying commercial time. Commercial time.
Take it away, Dr. Bryant. You do commercials today.
Oh,
Is it all right?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
Oh, Andre's saying commercial. Time for commercial. Go ahead, Andre. Then we're gonna get back to Donald Trump a little bit.
All right, you want me to do it? All right. Single Parents University. There's open admission, course curriculum. Include personal development, mindful parenting, support seminar, financial management, nutrition, and wellness. So, some of the benefits for joining the Single Parent University is free sessions, childcare, transportation, social support hub. You got friends, you got family, you got support. Resume and cover letter, career exploration, legal assistance. So, if you are interested, call 646 779 6767 or text SPU to 71441. Again, 646 779 6767 or text SPU to 71441. Join us at the Single Parent University. All right.
Yeah. So, do you look at this
Hey,
as
John.
right?
You
John has joined us. John,
Yes, sir.
John, we have missed you, man. What's going on?
I had to console my president, Donald Trump.
Now I'm just talking about we have missed you. We haven't seen you. We have, have to make like some special arrangements to hang out.
Hey, man, I'm sorry I haven't been able to get to the studio, but work. But hey, I just want to make sure I get on the show.
You have been missing meetings, everything, man. What's going on?
Yeah, it's called work, brother. It's called work. I got deadlines, man. Things got to be built within the time frame, my friend. But I'm here tonight, brother.
We appreciate you, man. So we're just talking about that's actually what we're talking about right now. Your boy, right? I first of all, he's not going to jail. Like to me, they're making a big fuss about nothing because he ain't going to jail, right? He's just gonna get some mug shots, get fingerprinted, and get released on his own recognizances. Then he ain't gonna get nothing but community service, and he has to pay some kind of fine. Why go through all of this?
Just think they make this guy a martyr now. All of his people are going to say, look what they did to Trump. Look at the system. They just gave his campaign fuel and energy. And, if you take it to trial and you lose, it's even worse. So,
John,
let me just tell you this.
Wait, hold on, John. I got a question.
Okay.
If convicted, right? If convicted, can he run for president?
No, you can't. No.
So, okay. So do you think it's a political witch hunt then?
I'm not saying I don't think it's a political witch hunt. First of all, what But you know what concerns me in this whole thing is I think Alvin Bragg, excuse me, DA Bragg believes that there was some sort of criminal. There was a crime committed here. There was, because there were falsification of documents. There truly was. We know that this was a payment to keep this woman silent. We know it. We know that the facts and more it is. But my biggest issue here is this: villagers this is what the feds do. And this is the feds do if what they believe something to be a crime. However, under state law, it is not a crime. The feds will find some nuances in federal law to indict you based upon the crime. I believe this DA is using the reverse. This is not. The feds have not come after the former president based upon this, because this is not a crime under federal law. However, you're using state law as a weapon to indict this man. So this is something that we need to, this is what the feds do, but it's in the reverse now. If the feds, just like politics, certain things with some of these bribery issues, same perfect example is the former lieutenant governor, Brian Benjamin. And under state law, this was not a crime. They could not prove it was a crime. However, the U.S. attorney jumped the gun and indicted this man. And the judge agreed with Brian's attorneys, the former lieutenant governor's attorneys, and said, you have not established the crime of bribery. But already you ruined the guy's life. He had to give up his seat because of this. My whole point is, Donald Trump, we always talked about there's two forms of justice in America, and they are when it's for people of color. You know what? Donald Trump and his cast of characters did not believe in that until they saw and went through the process. So I believe there isn't a weaponization of the federal government against certain individuals. I really believe that. If they want you, they're gonna get you. And however, it's just like we talked about the story today about or we're going to talk about it, the young man in I think it's the Alabama or Kentucky who committed a felony murder crime, and the judge sentenced him to some astronomical number. But then there's another white individual who is a repeat offender, committed a felony, and the judge only gave him 3 years. And once he got out after 1 year, he went back and reoffended again.
Yep.
He just got a couple of more years. But my whole point was, it is always two tiers of justice when it comes to people of color. But now Trump and his cast of characters have realized, we've talked about it, we said it, but it wasn't until they had experience they understand what we have been talking about. So to make a long story short, villagers in this whole thing, we need to be concerned. We don't need to be just clapping our hands because this is Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, and he's just an awful human being. No, this is not about Donald Trump. This is about our criminal justice system and those who are in power who can utilize the systems to bring chaos in someone's life because what they believe to be a crime, but may not actually be a crime. So, I believe based upon the facts, Bragg's, just to return to Bragg's bought this case. I can't speculate. He knows why he bought the case, so I'm not going to say anything against the the DA. But we have to see how this plays out.
You know what's interesting? I was listening to the fact that he was working with Tish James before he became the DA and working against cases against Donald Trump prior. So that's interesting.
Multiple of
It's like a continuation.
possible. It's impossible using whole numbers to get a 9. Well, multiplying by 2.
Roderick.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening, but I'm also looking back at something that John said about John was talking about Lakeith Smith
Yeah.
and the injustice,
Mm-hmm.
right, that happened to him. Where John alluded to that, where he where the young man, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you got the two white guys talking about the white judge. So let me just give you it is factual. The video is old, but the evidence in the video is older. You talk about two types of justice. The 15-year-old child's name was Lakeith Smith. You know, some of these names, I don't know why people do this to these names. Lakeith, seriously? Anyway, he was 15 years old at the time, and basically he went to rob a place with a group of his friends. One of his friends, they all were running away from the police. One of them got shot by the police and killed. The judge gleefully gave him 65 years in prison. I guess he couldn't give him the death penalty because I guess he was underage at the time of the crime. I guess that would be my guess. The same judge on the same day gave a 28-year-old man, Wesley Phelps, 3 years, right? And he had an extensive criminal record, and he was white, and he had several warrants out for his arrest, and he was driving the children. A chase ensued, and it ended. So it's essentially they're running from the police. He caused the death of his girlfriend with an extensive record. He's 28. He gets 3 years. The 15-year-old boy gets 65 years. I'm just wondering, I'm trying to look up the case if that the DA says that he has a strong positive support system in the community or has exhibited positive employment history. He had also admits to 8 previous felonies. Sybil Reynolds sentenced him to 3 years and gave him a credit for his time served. So just over a year later, he was picked up for 4 felonies. Right. So the boy will with a minimum release date. So Phelps is in until 24, and that's roughly 25 years before the 15-year-old can be released. All right. He's somebody that needs to be pardoned by the president of the United States. I don't know.
Roger, hold on. I don't know about talking about pardon. I don't know the extent of going to pardon, because there was a homicide committed during the commission of a crime, and at that point in time, although he was young, but I don't know if that warranted. I mean, not a pardon, but a reduction in sentence. He did get it reduced. I think they gave him 30 years.
Right.
It should be further. It should be further reduced. You know.
Yeah, but he didn't. He wasn't the one who actually shot the weapon.
I could, irrespective of that, you don't have to be there, but he was involved in the commission of a crime, and he's just as culpable as the person who pulled the trigger.
Well, the problem is that, yeah, but I think 30 years is still extreme.
It is extreme, but tell that to the person who lost. Tell that to the family of the person who lost their life.
Well, my thing is that okay. So to me, it's one thing if you and I went to commit a crime and I kill somebody and I'm with you. Yeah. But it's another thing if you're 15-year-old committing a crime and you're running away because it's an abandoned building. It's not like the building is in use and you get your partner gets killed, and because he gets killed, you are sentence me for what I've done wrong. Right? In that case. So 30 years is I would say if the partner had shot the cop and killed the cop, then maybe. But the police shooting him and giving him 30 years. Basically, the police is charging him with the murder of his criminal partner.
Well, that's the law. It is the law. But you look at extenuating circumstances. You know, it could have been his first offense, but you know, we don't know any other. We don't know the history of this young person either.
That's true, but I think 30 years compared to 3 under the same judge, similar situation. Like he literally caused the death of his girlfriend.
Yeah, but you know what, my colleagues, this is why it's so important that we try to avoid putting decisions, avoid putting ourselves in the positions where you have other individuals are making decisions based upon our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that we need to be cognizant of and think about before we engage in any sort of activity, because once we get caught, there's going to be someone who has to make a judgment, who has to make a decision as to how much time we have to serve. And we don't want to give nobody that power. So sometimes just avoiding it, any sort of criminal activity at all, to not give someone the power to chart the course of your life, to chart the course of your life.
Mm-hmm.
To chart the rest of your life, excuse
me. Yeah. I get that. I get that. The other thing is, you know, as parents, we also have to again we don't know whether or not this parent did or did not, but do our due diligence in reinforcing what company that you keep.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
What company that you keep, you know, you know, I'm not going to speak ill of this parent because I don't know. Of course, I'm still stuck on the gosh darn name of Lakeith. I don't know what the hell
and
is
this
wrong.
Is what, and this is, you know, just to digress for a second. This is what we talk about with the young ball player John Morant, and his inability to disassociate himself from people or situations that can ruin his career. You know, it's just like I was listening to a podcast with basketball player for Miami Heat, Udonis Haslem, and Haslem talked about it. You know, you can't be street, man. You can be hood,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't be street.
No, you can't. No, you can't. And you know what's interesting too, John? I'm with him. I'm with him. That's why you can't be in those situations, because I'm with him. So you are the big fish. Right? That expression, you get what I'm saying, John? Like I'm with John Morant. So I'm good.
Right.
So clearly you're the bigger fish to fry.
Right.
And so they gotta know that.
Right.
Right. It's a better statement when you say I'm with him than when they're saying when you are the fish to fry. You're the snapper. You're the bass or whatever big fish there is out there that people like to eat. Right? because then you're definitely going to have some serious issues in terms of what is happening. And yeah, he didn't, there's no arrest, but he lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars on a Ford.
Can we
Ford
explain for one of our good listeners, Miss Hazra Ali, what's the difference between street and hood? Could you break it down for her, Roger, please?
Well, I didn't
Miss
use
Ali,
it.
we're gonna break it down for you, Miss Ali.
So what John meant, of course, now he put me on the spot. What John meant by hood versus street, like when I speak to you, hey, don't play with me. That's street. Don't try to outsmart me. Don't try to rob me. Don't try to use your head on me, right? Because I understand exactly what you're doing, so don't do it. Hood means literally I'm doing hood-like things. I'm whatever those things are. I'm jacking up my car. I'm making noise on the street. I'm blasting music. I'm at the barbecue in the front yard. I'm hanging out with the dude with my gang brothers and sisters, right?
However,
I'm doing all the things that the hood people will do, but you would look at as hood.
but I'm not going to get down and dirty in the street. I'm not going to. I can portray my image. I can be hood. I can be down. I can talk, but at the same time, I'm not going to be in the street galvanizing or working with a gang to commit a crime or anything like that. I can sit with you. I can jive with you. I can talk your vernacular, but at the end of the day, I am not going to act upon it.
Right.
It may be something that I want to do, but I have enough common sense knowing that if I choose to go down that route, I'm going to suffer consequences that are going to impact not only me, but my family. So my level of discernment when it comes to engaging criminal activities or street, knowing that is the consequences, that the consequences can result in either death or incarceration, I'm going to go but so far. I'm going to still keep my reputation, but I'm not going to act upon it knowing that it can get me to the point where I can lose everything. So that's the difference between hood and street. I can hang out with my homies in the hood. I can go hang out with them. I can go drink 40, play loud music. Not even that. I could just be down, shoot the shit, play dice, do whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm not going to cross that line that is going to involve me in any sort of interaction with law enforcement.
Right. And again, street is the knowledge of the behavior. The hood is the action of the behavior.
No. You got that reversed. Street,
No, it's
when
right.
you're in the street, Roderick, you are acting upon those hood-like tendencies.
Right. That's what I'm
But
saying.
when you're a hood, you talk about it.
Right. So I'm acting on it. I'm gonna walk with my gun. I'm gonna drink I'm gonna be out there in the front yard having my Hennessy, two bottles.
I'm not going to be walking with my gun if I'm in the hood, because I know that is street. Because I know I can't be walking with no gun if I'm not registered. So that is being hood. That's being street. That's not being hood, brother.
I don't know. I think telling somebody, popping a cap in somebody, that's hood. Street.
Popping a cap in somebody is not hood, Roger. That's street.
I don't know.
The street is when you actually go through with your hood-like tendencies. That's when you execute and implement. Take it from a man who's been in the street, brother.
So you're saying in your mind, then hood is more mental and street is more physical.
Is the implementation of your hood-like tendencies.
All right. Okay. No problem. I'm neither.
Any thought, Doc? What are your thoughts? Any thoughts on that, Doc?
I'm from Brownsville. I don't know. I know Hood. I don't know what street.
Oh, you're from Brownsville, so you don't know?
Nah,
Is that your cop out?
No,
I'm
if
not
the
you.
brother, if the brother's from Browns, he knows about street.
I'm not you, Dr. Brian. I go like, let's move on to the next subject. That's not us. That's not me.
I think you're playing that too much, okay? Just so you know.
I didn't hear you.
I said I think you're using that line too much.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm gonna use it some more until you stop using it.
No, it's just sometimes you have to move along.
And again, I'm gonna use it until you stop using it. Oh, is that John got the phone call?
That was him.
Yeah. All right. Hey, you grin your teeth when you're mad. And I can't laugh. My chest hurts. Hey Tracy, how you doing? So what else is I did? The NCAA's a big surprise, right? Some really big surprises.
Mm-hmm.
San Diego State, right? We were playing Florida FAU in one semifinals on Saturday, and Miami will be playing UConn. UConn is soaring back to power, being in the Final Four. So two of these four teams will be the national champions.
Who you think is gonna win?
Well, how it stands right now, UConn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But what I'm looking at, the number 9 and number 5 seeds weren't supposed to make it this far either. Right? You get what I'm saying? So it's interesting because obviously they're going against the grain. So that to me is one of the more interesting factors. So I don't know. But one of my I coached a kid in basketball. I coached actually Corey, the same person I said I wanted to be a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I actually coached him. With to make the FDU, and when the kid who played right for UConn was also my former student, and I coached him at I saw a great thing. There are two basketball players, John, that I was like, damn, these two kids are gonna make it. One of them I haven't heard from since he left middle school.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one went on to play for UConn and won the national championship with UConn. But the other one, I'm gonna Google him actually, see if he ever went on to do anything in basketball. Right? So I have a
what?
An affection for UConn for that. And if
because your former student attends UConn, is that it?
He didn't just attend UConn; he was a national champion at UConn.
Okay. Well, I want to go back to what John was saying, and you as well, Roderick, about the young man who was sentenced for almost life. Let's think about Jonathan Majors, right? This celebrity who got arrested over the weekend based on a phone call that was made by his girlfriend. And his sponsorship came to an abrupt end within seconds. What are your thoughts on that? And now they're trying to use the video to prove the fact that he didn't strangle this young lady. And she recant her information, but But once you smear, like John was saying, once you smear someone's name, it's kind of hard to take it back.
So I don't know whether or not
He called the police. That was
Right.
the strange thing. He called the police and he gets arrested.
that happens a lot because men are always guilty. You live in
When
a
it
woman.
comes to domestic violence, if a woman has a scratch or a mark on her, definitely we have O.J. Simpson to thank for that.
Now it was even before OJ. It was, a man is always. It's just recently the law has become more accepting to the fact that women can cause yes, Duke.
Can be abusive as well.
Yes. Because unfortunately men,
Mhm.
you know, men have been the unfortunate
Not all the time.
not all the time what?
You were gonna say unfortunate victims.
No.
Oh, okay.
That would be very stupid of me to say.
That be the first that you felt that way.
No, what I'm saying, it would not be the first time that he didn't do anything and he gets charged.
Right.
Because when the police comes in, they look at the man, they look at the woman, and they go, "You're guilty."
Mhm.
And the moment she writes a statement, right? The moment she writes a statement, they want the collar. Police don't care if you're guilty or not.
Mhm.
Because they're gonna tell you that it's not up to them to determine your level of guilt.
The innocence or guilt. Yeah. Well, the innocent or guilty.
Right? It's not up to them. Right? I'm just here to uphold the law. So if you're charged with if she accused you of domestic violence, you're like, dude, I didn't do anything.
Mhm.
Right? So sometimes the man, and most men don't do that, right? Most men don't do that, which is turn around and say, if I'm going, you're going too. Right? Most men don't do that. Most men will sit there and take the collar in disbelief instead of forming a charge against the woman. And then the other thing that they say is, where's the mark? Right? Where's the mark? But a woman can say, you push me, and it's okay. A man got to show the mark of abuse. So this guy, and unfortunately, though, Dr. Bryant,
Mhm.
the moment you hear things like domestic violence, most companies remove themselves from you. They don't wait for you to be proven to be innocent.
Mhm.
Or
So
whether
true, Roger. Say it again, Roger. So true.
Yeah.
You are guilty before proven innocent.
Yep. And so once she charged me, now she realized how much money she's going to lose. Right? Now she realizes how much money she's going to lose. She tried to recant the statement because she realizes that she has just messed with his life. You know, so whether he's guilty or not, it doesn't matter now. Because at that moment she was angry. Trust me.
And what do you think about his chances, an upcoming artist or upcoming actor getting actually getting accused of domestic violence? And there you go, it's being splattered all over the news.
Hey, what he has to do is he just got to beat the case. beat the case, get it to recanted, and just go from there.
Well, technically,
Did they drop
where
the
did-
case?
what
They dropped
what?
the case?
No, what state did this happen in?
New York. It happened last weekend.
So
Manhattan.
so basically, they have to go to court for 90 days, and she has an automatic restraining order.
Mm.
So for 90 days, and then they'll dismiss it.
Oh, here's
So-
Tracy. Thank you for sharing, Tracy. I think women are becoming extremely violent these days to men. On numerous occasions lately, I've seen new trying to walk away from the situation, and the female persists to trail and follow and escalate the situation to an extreme level, and then turn around and play the victim.
You know, John, I tell my kids this, and I'm gonna say it out loud. I have all boys. And I tell my kids this, and this is what I tell them. It's not okay for you to hit a woman. But if a woman wants to fight you, beat their ass. Because you're going to lose either way, and you're going to get hurt.
Have mercy.
Listeners, viewers.
This
Hold
is
on,
not.
Roger. I think hey.
Listen what I said
Oh,
again.
no, hold on, Roger.
No.
We're not here promoting any sort of
No, I'm not.
violence on anyone.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
My advice, don't
Is to
engage,
walk away.
walk away.
I agree. That's exactly what I said.
No, that's not what you said.
That is what I said. I said, if a woman tries to fight you, you walk away. However, if she stands there and she's fighting you,
Oh my God, Roderick, please zip your lips for now. This
Why?
is your view and
Because
not
the woman-
everybody's view.
no,
You know,
why? Because the
it's
woman,
ridiculous.
you know,
It is
men.
ridiculous what you're saying.
Why?
It is.
Why?
Oh my God. Once again, disclaimer, the view, yes, it's so true.
Let me say it one more time.
Roger,
I don't care.
it's
put up
not
the
the view
disclaimer.
of the crew. It's not.
Let
There
me
you
say it
go.
one more time. And you know what's interesting? So then I ask you a question. Then I asked a question. Now, notice what I said. My children are taught not to hit a woman. They're taught that. Because
Listen.
one, no man should be beating on no damn woman. Because they're not your. I'm not even going to say they're not your child. They're not somebody that you beat on. That's unacceptable. So let me just be clear.
Exactly. Can you stop?
No, I am not.
Oh my
Because
God.
because females also need to understand that you also need to keep your hands to yourself. So the expectation cannot be that men should keep their hands to themselves and be abused because they're men. Women should also be taught that they should keep their hand to themselves. That's all my point is. We're both in a relationship. Use your mouth to communicate an issue, not your hands. Because the moment you start fighting, you're now fighting, which is different. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what
Rudy got Janice. Help him. Janice, I'm trying to help my man.
So are you saying that it's okay?
Rudy, I think the bottom line, Rudy, let's get to the point. We're not on here trying to promote any sort of violence.
No, we're not.
But if you're in a situation that reeks of or the possibility of a violence may occur, walk away, man or woman. Walk
Exactly.
away. Even if the woman decides to lay hands on you, walk away.
I
Retreat.
agree.
Retreat.
John, I agree with that.
No.
Yeah.
But what you said is, if I'm going to get in trouble, I might as well whoop that behind.
No,
No.
that's not what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
that's not what
No,
I'm saying.
so you need to clarify that
No,
because
that's-
that's how it came
No,
up.
no.
We're not saying-
That is how it came out. That
That's
is
not
how
what
it
I'm
came out.
No, No, that's what you guys want.
Roderick, right, that's how it
Yes.
came out, Roderick.
No, what I said, and I explained to my sons, do not stand there and be hurt because you're not going to hit a woman. That's what I said. So both people need to know that you need to walk away. You're not.
See, Roderick says, Roderick, what you're saying now is you're saying something totally different from what you initially
what
said.
I also am saying is, if she continues and there's imminent harm, then you have to defend yourself.
So, brother, what I'm saying is, hold on, Roderick, slow down for a second.
No, not violence towards women. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. There is no violence towards women.
That's how it came out of your mouth.
Again, nobody's addressing what I'm saying, that a woman is being physical with a man. Nobody's addressing that. And that's what I'm talking about.
Roderick, that's what you should hold on. Roderick. If the woman is being physical with the man, you are saying engage, or you're saying retreat?
No, I'm saying if she refuses to engage, to retreat.
Walk away.
No, how are you going to walk away from somebody who continues to be violent?
Walk away. You know what? You know what? You turn your back. You turn your back and you exit stage right. You run away. You walk away. You leave the situation.
You
guys are. There is nothing in my voice that says you need to turn around and beat on a woman. There's nothing in my voice.
Roderick, I wish we had the ability to play back what you said, which if you go back, Roderick, initially you did not say that, my brother. You didn't.
I know what I said. I know what you're saying that I said. Right? All I'm simply stating is women, like men, need to be taught not to be physical with each other with the expectation that the man should not hit back. Right? We both need to walk away. We both need to stop the violence. We both need to not lay our hands on each other.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
That's what the whole conversation has to be, right? It's kind of like when we always say, like, oh, this person is always a victim. No. A male is not always a victim. A female is not always a victim. Can a man do more harm to a woman than a woman do to a man? Absolutely, depending on the size and ability. So it is best that you, as a female, don't hit me, and as a male, don't hit me. Period. So if there's no interaction of physical violence, there is none. Anything else is abuse. If I'm a male that hits a female, it's abuse from the male. If I'm a female who likes to fight and hit a male, it's abuse on the female. Either way. So why would you want to be in a relationship where a woman can hit a man, or in a relationship where a man can hit a woman? So if my children are in trouble and a woman is beating on them and they're not listening to stop nor walk away, then they have to defend themselves. Now, notice the situation. Everything, right? Everything adds up. She's hitting him. She's not stopping. She's not walking away. He's asking her to stop. She continues to do it.
So wait, he needs to walk away. He don't continue.
How do you walk away? You're still not listening.
I'm listening to you. Walk away.
If she continues.
Nowadays, fights are not even. That's what you don't understand.
Okay,
when
so
fights, here, this conversation
continues the behavior.
Okay, so
right?
it's better for you to argue until somebody gets arrested. What point does it make? Just walk away. Nobody's going to be a winner out of it. No one's a winner. Period. That's it.
Joanne, we both agree. I'm not talking about walking away. I'm talking about escalation.
And escalation, you won't escalate if you walk away.
That's not true.
Oh my goodness. Guess what? It's either walk away, get arrested, or end up dying. These are the categories going around nowadays.
Listen, no, sometimes a person,
oh God.
Sometimes, okay, when you can walk away, you walk away. You do your best to walk away. That's what you're supposed to do. Your best to leave the situation so you can live another day to talk about it. That's the best. I'm saying the worst. The worst
is being dead.
No,
the worst is being dead from a situation. So nowadays we're not having equal fight at all. We started with this
again.
conversation.
Why is it? Okay, notice seriously. All of the women are here, or every woman is saying walk away. None of the women are saying address the woman for not being violent. The responsibility, everybody's putting the responsibility back on the male. It
goes both ways. Walk away. You want to be right about, okay, a woman. Guess what? No winner in the situation.
I agree.
No winner. Walk away. Period. Again, so if you're trying to avoid escalation, walk away. Man, woman, whoever, monkey, dog, walk away. Live.
Right. So again, we're not talking about the ability to walk away. That's not what we're discussing. Because you keep thinking you're going to walk away. You can't always walk away. Your every effort is to walk away. Every effort is to de-escalate the situation. Every effort must be made to do that. So you and I are both in education. So we know that. We de-escalate. Our job is to de-escalate, de-escalate, de-escalate. So that people are in a peaceful place.
Knowledge for power. If a guy escalates, tell the woman to walk away too. She has to. She has to walk away from that situation. It's not going to end. Let me tell you, it's not going to end right. Period. No one is a winner. It's going to either be jail. It's going to be death. Those are the two. Once it starts going that way, it's not worth it. It's not.
No,
Too many people die over situations like this.
Janice, it's not about changing my mind or not changing my mind. I agree with Dr. Bryant. I do agree with Dr. Bryant. Right? I do agree with her. But what I think Dr. Bryant really believes that every moment you can walk away. And that's not true. Because there are people, sometimes there are people out there who think, oh, I could take full advantage. I could do this. I could do that. I said, I'm talking about those rare extreme cases. Right? I'm talking about those rare extreme cases. A woman sits on a man. The man, I seen a kid, a young lady knock the child's tooth out because he stood there and he says, my mother told me not to hit a woman. And he stood there until she knocked out his tooth. I've seen that on Strauss Street in Brooklyn, the woman sat on the man and killed him. Right? Because he refused to fight back. She used her stiletto heels and stepped in his chest and crushed him to death because he refused to fight back. Those situations you couldn't get away from. And those are the extremes that I am speaking about. I'm not talking about like Dr. Bryant, you come over, you're mad at me, you slap me. And I'm like, oh, you slapped me, let me fight you.
Carlene. It has nothing to do with the gender when it comes to violence. Walk away.
Thank you. Right? That's what we're talking about. I'm not talking about, I'm really not talking about the ability to walk away. That's not what I'm talking about. of course you walk away, right? But you can't always walk away.
Listen, I'm tired of hearing about crimes in regards to people being dead over foolishness.
I
So
agree.
nowadays, it's not worth arguing or proving that I'm right or you're wrong or you're live.
It's not about that. It really isn't. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm really not talking about that. I agree with you. There's nothing for me not to agree with. And
But he has seen the red flag and should have.
yes,
leave
that I
relationship.
agree with you, Tracy. I agree with that. That is something. If I'm dating a woman and she's physical with me, which is going to make me physical with her, it's time for you to leave. Tracy, that comment, oh, it's okay. I know all the women is all the. You're right, Star Girl. I can't win. I hope the woman out there here. You can't incite something with the expectation that because he's a male, he has to walk away. Because that's also where domestic violence happen. Because just like you can get angry as a female, a male can get angry and lose and see red. What is it, red they say, or black? What color they see? Well, whatever they see. Whatever color they see when you're angry, they both can see it. So both people need to not be violent. None. And if you both work on not being violent, then there should be no violence. Because anything else is abuse. Anything else is abuse. Once you put your hand on me, it's abuse. Because unfortunately, some people hear, oh, if you lick me, I can't lick your back. Okay? You put your hand on me, I put my hand on you. That comes from somewhere. So, ladies, keep your hands to yourself. Men, keep your hands to yourself. If either of you see that it's going to escalate, go with Tracy's advice. Right? Go with Tracy's advice. Get out of the damn relationship. But it's not, you see, I think you guys.
All right.
We're going to move along. I think
Yes.
I just want to make sure that people understand the difference between abuse.
We don't want to. We don't want
Why
to.
not?
At this point, it's over. It's over, my
Why?
friend. It's over in regards to that. I'm exhausted. One of our listeners.
You know, one of the things that I always have conversation with people is when you're having a conversation on a topic or something, right? When you say move along, sometimes the true thought and understanding doesn't come because something goes.
There's no truth course or understanding after we said it multiple times. Walk away from the situation, leave an abusive thing. There's no more. There's no more. Either you stay or you die or you go to jail. Pick one. Walk away.
But what if the person wait?
Die.
But what
It's not worth it. You like to argue. I don't like to argue. You
Again,
are an argumentative individual. You would be the type that would stand there and say, no, all the way until the cops come. Okay, what's wrong? And guess what? You want to be wrong and strong, leave the situation, go away. That's it.
Again, my question to you is, this is my last question on this topic. Last one. There are people who like to show aggressive physical behavior, right? I think on the village, we have to educate people that behavior is not okay.
And the comments that we make also must follow along with that.
Say it again.
The comments that we make, even jokingly, are, not a joke. You have to be careful what you say. Because when you say certain things. All right.
I didn't understand what you're saying. The comments that was
Okay.
all right. Let's take the next topic. It's belaboring. It's not belaboring. I disagree, Tracy, but I'm gonna listen to y'all guys out there. Brooklyn lawmaker Andrew Gunaris wants 25 cents tax and Amazon delivery. You know his mother's as a what is his mother, retired or current principal in the city of New York? Andrew
sorry?
Gunaris.
Okay. No.
So I actually met him when I was doing one of the lobby days with his mom. So what do you guys people? I think that I like the idea and don't like the idea.
I don't like the idea. Every time you turn around, MTA is asking for money. Every single 2 minutes. They ask for money already. They ask for money over and over again. So now they want to add more taxes through your Amazon delivery to give to MTA.
That's the Democrats for you.
Every time you turn around, the tolls to Manhattan for the MTA. Now, the MTA president threatened that there'll be cuts if there's no increase. It is ridiculous that every time we turn around, MTA is asking for money. Our income is not going up as much as MTA is receiving money. They're going to increase the prices, so you're going to end up paying more. The tolls went up. So I don't understand where all these wonderful cash is coming from. And they're going to be stuck having no one stay in New York.
It's the regressive taxes that we're paying. The regressive taxes that we are paying.
Why don't they decrease their salary and contribute towards the MTA?
How dare you? Wait. I'm sorry. How dare you, Dr. Brian?
Let me look up how much the MTA president is getting paid.
300 and something thousand. 500,000.
Okay, so he could
How
take
dare
a pay
you
cut.
make, I'm sorry.
A pay cut.
Wait,
Because
Dr.
half
Brian.
of the individuals riding on the MTA don't make 300 and something thousand.
Listen, how dare you tell me that you shouldn't pay for my salary? How dare you? You're out of order. Right? The Verrazano Bridge has been paid for 60 times over and is still the most expensive friggin' toll in almost in the United States. I think there's one more expensive. Every year these things go up. MTA 275, the bus lane. How dare you cut my salary? I need my salary. I am a CEO, damn it. How dare you? You're out of order.
I could not believe it. To hear they want now Amazon, we order Amazon and they want piece of that too.
You know what I'm finding interesting about it, Dr. Brian?
What?
They want to put it only on New York City residents. So only New York City residents. And guess what? John.
Yeah.
He's he represents the Gowanus area. So
Andrew Gunaris.
Yeah, so he wants to put it over there to say that that's where they're having their taxes.
Oh, only on one side.
Yeah, because he wants to pay for those things for the trucks it's going to cost.
Oh, he wants the whole New York City to pay for his area.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Right. I'm so fed up.
You're so right. They're spending and wasting money left and right. And then here.
But they don't talk about the salary hikes that they gave themselves back in December last year.
Yeah, that's what Dr. Brown is talking about.
It's so true. Mismanagement of money left and right. And how the elevator's not working for the people with disability. And they just...
How dare you talk about the real problems? That's not right. You talk about the fact that they don't have any money. Talk about the fact that they need to tax people. Talk about the fact that the buses don't work. Don't talk about those things.
But wait.
Talk about the new
Another
train.
thing.
Not that
Wait.
the buses for work, but the new trains that they're putting in.
But no, they're pushing back the bus, people on the bus lane more. They want to, double. They actually double the price of what? The tickets, you said, Roger?
Wait, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
They increased the tickets.
Yep.
The lanes, speeding cameras, all of that. Come on, man. Ridiculous.
You know, I got a proposal on my desk, John, this week for fixing Bedford Avenue. And I wrote back on the proposal that said, and they want to include Vision Zero. I said, if you include Vision Zero on this proposal, I will not support it. Right? And you know why I said that, right?
Why?
Vision Zero includes more bus lanes, more bike lanes, more cameras in our community. And you know where they're all going to go?
Our neighborhoods.
The board 17 side of the district, or in the black neighborhoods.
So you know what's interesting that I heard about the what is it? The shared cars. They created more parking for shared cars.
Yes. Oh, I said that. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And
they really don't want people to stay in New York. They really don't.
Wait. Dr. Brian, you want to hear something interesting about the car share?
What? It's not working?
Wait. No. You're not allowed to take away MTA parking or metered parking. You have to take away residential parking.
Wow.
So no commercial parking and no MTA parking can be taken away. Anything where the city can raise money, you cannot take it away.
Who came up with shared car things?
And guess what? They don't have to do alternate side parking either.
But who came up with this idea? We have shared the bike lane. Now, besides the bike lane, the bikes that they're renting out, but many of the places where they put the bikes to rent out the bikes nobody's using the bikes. It's just taking up space. So we have restaurants that took up space. We have the bike lane that took up space. We have shared cars that took up space. So where are people supposed to park?
Listen.
That is a major problem.
The city doesn't see it that way. The city sees us as a milk cow that they can just let me go back. We do not do a good enough job to fight for what we need.
I agree with you, Roger.
I've had this conversation so often. We react, right? We react as opposed to be proactive.
Mm-hmm.
Proactivity doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. You know who I miss? I miss the guy who was running. I can't remember his name right now off of the top of my head. But he used to go through the home money thing. He was running against what is his name? He was running against Adam, be mayor. He was the controller before.
Who, John Liu? No, John Liu was running for mayor. The former controller, that was running.
Mm-hmm.
And he ran against Eric Adams. Mm-hmm. I can't think of anybody.
It's not Springer.
Springer. Scott Stringer.
I actually miss him bringing up the MTA for money that they actually abuse.
I don't miss that damn Scott Stringer.
I miss his reports. I
don't miss him for nothing.
I miss his reports because guess what? It exposed why they're wasting money. I don't see the same report from right now. I want to see where is all these taxes that's raising all the funding. Where are they putting it? It's just a garbage can that they just drop, and then start taxing people left and right. I just want to know. I miss him doing that.
You know, Dr. Brian, you just brought up something that I would like to bring up.
What's that?
The garbage. The city has changed their rules that you have to put out your garbage.
Oh, the rats, for the rat problem.
No, I don't know if it's for the rat problem, but so in a bin at 6 o'clock, without a bin at 8 o'clock, right? What happened to our seniors? You want your seniors outside at 8 o'clock at night putting out garbage? You want your seniors 6 o'clock in the evening? People are rushing home, or whatever the case is.
So Roger, what's the solution then, man?
Yes, for the rats. That is so true for the rats. Because rats are taking over.
Leave it at 4 o'clock for residential garbage. Right? You leave it at 4 o'clock for residential garbage. And stop putting the burdens on our city. Like it's so many things, like a lot of these parking, Dr. Brian, that you're talking about, it affects our seniors. Right? It 100% affects our seniors. Right? So I don't know. The city is just about money, not about the care of the citizens.
Some of our politicians and our MTA elected individuals are all about money.
MTA is not elected.
So whatever they're voted in, whatever they got a new one that's in.
Not whatever. It's not whatever.
How long is their term, John? Do you know?
No, I don't know that term. It's just staggered. What's up with my man FTX, Sam Bankman? What's up, Sam? What the hell are you doing, Sam?
It's not what you're doing, it's what he did.
What are you doing? He's innocent until proven guilty, Mr. Roderick Daly. Thank you.
No, it's what he did. I'm not saying, I'm saying not what are you doing. I understand innocent until proven guilty. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what they accused him of right now.
Oh, what did he do?
No, I know what he did, but I'm just saying, I'm saying he's in jail right now, so he didn't do anything.
He ain't in jail.
He's at his house. He don't have the same,
He's on the house arrest.
Yeah, but he's home. The same rules don't apply to everybody. If you did that crime, you think you'll be at home? No, you don't have billions of dollars.
The same rule applies. Just the affordability of the rule doesn't apply.
For what?
For the affordability of the rule doesn't apply. Right.
Let me ask you.
John is asking a question before we skip
go ahead. I'm sorry, John. I didn't hear you.
I forgot.
No, you're talking about Sam Freed. For those who don't know, he's not, what is it? $40 million or something like that.
He paid 40. They allegedly say pay $40 million bribe so they can reduce the restrictions on $1 billion he had.
Yeah. Right. What are you trying to do with it? He's expected to spend 130 years in jail.
What happened?
He's expected to spend 130 years in jail.
That ain't happening, family.
You think he's gonna kill himself?
No, that ain't happening. He ain't spending that much time in jail.
Well, he can. He's gonna die. But so, what do you think? What Bernie? What?
Well, I mean, a man of that caliber has hobnobbed with a lot of very influential people, so he might know secrets.
Oh no! Oh my God, Tracy! My
Tracy,
God.
jokes.
What Tracy said?
Her son's car got eaten up by rats. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, last week my son went somewhere in Williamsburg for about 3 hours. When he
Mhm.
came out, his car wouldn't start. And after getting days of tickets, towed the car to the mechanic, only to find out that the rats ate up the wires in the car. I heard of this before.
That's your son? That's my boy? I hope your grandson wasn't in the car, Tracy. That is terrible.
What's
So
terrible is the two-legged rat.
Which one?
Two-legged rat is terrible.
So, you know what we didn't talk about today? Oh wait, Andre, run the commercial for this Saturday thing for Eric to join. Real quick and fast. You know what we didn't talk about? Go ahead, Dr. Brian. You do no commercials today.
oh, okay. So Saturday, April 1st, come join us at the Parent Guardian Forum. And Andre, you're missing the part where it has the Eventbrite. So it takes a village. We want to talk about parents, ways to support you, to help empower you throughout this whole educational journey from birth all the way up to college, and getting the community involved. So come on out. If you have a question, bring it. We have answers. And you'll find some strategies along the way. So come join us. And the information will be on Eventbrite to register this Saturday from 12 to 3. Parents and guardians, come on out. Community members, come on out. Join us in this conversation. So that's it, folks.
You know, it's John, you missed it. We were talking about it for a little bit at the beginning. All looking forward to it.
Talked about what?
On the parent guardian
Forum.
work.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can register on actually you can go to the village website and click on the link. You can go to Stillwater Our Community at Facebook, click on the link, join us, put your question in. We'll be live and direct on Saturday. So come on. We need some more parents involved, some more guardians involved, and go back. Let's create the environment we want our kids to be in.
And Roderick won't be so right wing. He'll be more moderate next week on Saturday.
I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that.
He won't be so right wing. So, you know, I'm looking at the time. So our last topic for the evening, espionage, Russia.
Listen, I'm tired of people going over there and trying to come on. Oh, thank you, Carly.
Right? The guy gets charged with espionage.
Mm-hmm.
Can get up to 20 years. So here's my question. Or Dr. Brian, any one of you can take the question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Vladimir Putin and his administration is inciting the United States into war? They did it with Brittany Griner.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. Now you do a journalist. What do you think? What's your thought?
I think so.
Think about what? Think about what?
That they're trying to get the United States involved.
You're trying to get the United States involved in the war, or trying to
But
stop
the United States got involved a while ago.
No, stop them from getting involved, or get them more deeper involved in the war. Or what?
Man, I don't know why these reporters are over there in the damn first place.
Exactly. Certain things, if they warn you already to stay away, do so. Do so. Stay away, ladies and gentlemen. If they tell you a country is, hey, they're kidnapping people in Mexico and Haiti and wherever. Don't decide that's the best time to go on vacation. That is not the best time for you to decide to go and see auntie or grandma. No, you are at risk. Then when you get kidnapped, guess what happens? Everybody has to go and try to help you out. And many times, unfortunately, after families pay ransom, they still murder the individual.
Yeah.
So please adhere to directions. Where it's hot, stay out the fire. Stay away from fire.
Fire burn, dog, fire burn.
Because it might be a while until they can help you out. Look at the other guy. He's still over there in Russia.
And he's not out. You know,
And it's the same with China. Stay away from. Listen, they got beef. You don't want no part of beef. Stay away.
you know, I just think about kidnapping in Haiti. Somebody got kidnapped, I think, at the last week or
Last year.
and they had to ask for ransom for $1,000.
And they paid the first half. But then guess what?
They paid $1,000 and then they changed the ransom value
To 200,000. So come on. Who has $200,000 to send to kidnappers? Please.
right? And they took the couple. So in Russia, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's not our friends, ladies and gentlemen. Russia, and if you go to Russia, have another passport. Don't have an American passport.
But you know what? It's the same thing right now with it being so hot with China. Would you go to China now?
No. I go to Taiwan. I won't go to China.
North Korea? No.
I wouldn't go to North Korea because my name is not Dennis Rodman.
So that's the thing. So I would hope people adhere to direction and just stay alive. Let's live. That's all.
You know, Andrew, run the commercial on the Golden Fleece, and then we do that. There are two quick things that we're going to touch on. I know that was the last topic. So the other two things we touched on while Andrew get that commercial up. 40 people got killed in a fire.
Mexico.
Yeah, there's so much this week. Yes, in Mexico. But
it was kind of, you know, in setting up.
Right.
When prisoners want to get away, that's one thing. That's great. But don't set a fire and then you're still locked up. That's the problem.
My name is Teresa Abbott. I've been going to Golden Fleece for 5 years. It's a nice place. The people and the staff and everybody in here is very nice. They help us with little things. And I'm glad to be here.
What kind of activities you do?
Dancing. Sometimes I'm the art teacher. We do art. We do different things. We help each other out.
So, what's your name?
Lillian Williams.
Lillian Williams. So, Miss Williams, tell us about a little bit about the social daycare. What is that like for you?
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Since I've been here, I've been treated like I was an angel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they treat me nice. I have respect for us. You know, they take us out and they make sure that, you know, we are taken care of good. They give us, you know, Miss Jean and Miss Robert. No, them two. Them two old buzzers. He got you on don't no, them two ladies there, with that
Jane
one
and
there
Robin.
and that one there, they
The
are
staff. You're
sweet.
talking about the staff.
They
So
sweet as pie.
what would you say to somebody who is thinking about coming? What would you tell that person?
Come. They would enjoy this. We would be glad to have them. Invite them and let them see.
Tell us about the activities. Tell me some of the activities you do during the
We
day?
do bingo, we do keno, we do arts and crafts. That's the point. Like they make, they have people come in, and she is one of them.
Right. So tell us, what do you enjoy most about the site?
What I enjoy, the people, we like family. I really love family here.
Okay.
Could get a better center.
Awesome. Thank you. So the Grace Family Adult Daycare will be coming 1330 Utica Avenue. Listen out for the open house. Will be coming soon. You can call 646-504-5778, or you can call you can send an email to gracefamilyadult@gmail.com. All right. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. The other thing is there's a plan to be, of course, that person on the far left again, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
What is she doing?
She doesn't want to ban TikTok. She wants free speech. If the owner of TikTok doesn't want the kids to watch it, the owner of TikTok does not want their children to watch it. And so therefore, we want to say it's okay because we don't want to limit what our children watch. Seriously? I don't know.
That's the same as the Chat GPT. Let it go. Let's see things destruct all the way, and then after say, hey, you know what? We should have did something about it. So putting some controls are important ahead of, like you said, Roderick, all the time. Put some limits in the beginning so we don't have the after effect that we have.
Yep. Right. So they should ban it. Right, not ban. I don't know if I would vote for them to ban it, but I would vote for them to censor it and have some level of like
control,
because it's not good for kids, right? But at the same time,
guns aren't good for kids. Drugs aren't good for kids. A lot of things not good for kids, but they get it.
But I think it's about, like, I guess, John, is what's easy. What's an easy one? Right?
It's all about the money. So it doesn't matter because they can make money.
Exactly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your life is more important than money. You only have one life to live. Money coming.
Amen, and a freaking amen.
Dr. Bryant, that sounds great on paper, but a lot of people kill for money.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate you can't bring back, but they regret at the end because that haunts you.
No, that's not true. Some people don't because they love money. It's sad. It's very sad.
Well, on that note, we want to thank you all for listening, and we want to wish you a safe weekend. But come on out on Saturday and join us for the Parent Guardian Forum from 12 to 3. You can catch us on the Village Talk Show. You can catch us on Facebook. Come on, register and meet us there. Bring your questions and some solutions as well.
And it's fully virtual, ladies and gentlemen. You can join us out there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining, watching, viewing, sharing the Village Radio Talk Show. We so enjoy your company. Looking forward to next week when we meet. We look forward to some of you on Saturday, well, all of you on Saturday, and spread the word. Parting words, John.
Parting words. Looking forward to seeing you Saturday, 12 to 3.
Thank you.
Amen. See y'all on
Spread
Saturday.
love. Da, da, da. Spread love.
Hey, Doc, don't quit your day job, Doc. Don't quit your day job.
Hey, I love me some Doc singing, all right? You speak for yourself. Go ahead. You guys spread love. Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
Oh, by the way, people, also to register, just if you can scan the QR code in the top right hand corner, that's also the Eventbrite for Saturday. And the links are in the comments too, so check that out. All right, have a safe night, enjoy the weekend. This has been The Village. Peace.
Thank you. Be safe.
All right.
See you Saturday.